Spirited Debate. I'm Lauren Green. The recent big news proving Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity may not just be a scientific breakthrough. It may prove the existence of God. And that's what scientists at Reasons to Believe say. The organization, which marries faith and science, says the confirmation of gravitational waves proves the universe had a beginning, a Big Bang, and then, therefore, a beginning. When where there's a beginning, there is a beginner. And here to explain is astrophysicist Dr. Jeff Zweerink from Reasons to Believe. Welcome, Doctor.
Hi, Lauren. It's good to be here today.
It's great to have you. Well, first of all, can you explain just what the discovery is and why it's so important, just from a purely scientific point of view?
Yes. Back when Einstein first developed his theory of general relativity, what it said about the universe is that space was dynamic, and so we've measured the expansion numbers of years ago. But one of these odd predictions that it made was that as large gravitational fields interacted, they would produce these gravitational waves. And these are things where the actual fabric of space stretches and contracts by fractions of the width of a proton, and that is what these scientists at the LIGO Observatory have actually measured, is this expansion and contraction of space caused by these large gravitational fields.
Wow. So how does this point to or prove the existence of God?
Well, it's kind of three different things that I find very intriguing of how it relates to God and the Christian faith. One is Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity. One of the important, deep philosophical points that it made was that the laws of physics were constant everywhere. And when you look at how the Bible describes the universe, the Bible talks about a universe where God sustains it so reliably that it's an apt metaphor for how reliable he is in keeping his promises. Well, scientifically speaking, that translates into constant laws of physics. And so the embodiment of constant laws of physics is Einstein's theory of general relativity. So the support for that theory really does say, okay, the Bible's description of the universe is correct. General relativity also says there's this dynamic nature to space, and we're measuring that, so that's important. But when you couple the constant laws of physics with the expansion of the universe and these gravitational waves, that strongly points to there being a beginning to the universe. And that's one of the important doctrines out of the Christian faith, is that God brought the universe into existence out of nothing.
So this idea of a Big Bang is present in the Bible?
I would say yes. Now, the Bible obviously doesn't use those terms, but when you look at what the Bible describes of the universe, it's a universe governed by constant laws of physics, one that is dynamic, and in this case expanding, one that has a beginning and that is undergoing decay. And when you look at Big Bang cosmology, those are the essential features of Big Bang cosmology. So the Bible doesn't use that term, but that's the kind of universe it describes.
But isn't it also true that there is no empirical proof of God's existence, that at the end of the day, it's really a matter of faith?
Yes and no. I mean, there's no instrument we can make that says, oh, okay, God was here. But what we're actually looking is saying, what is the best description for all of the scientific facts we see, and then choosing to believe what the evidence points to. And if the evidence points to there being a creator who's involved in fashioning the universe and carefully developing it so that life can be here, then the most logical outcome of that is to believe that's true and to put our faith in that evidence. And so, no, we can't measure God directly, but the evidence points to God existing.
You know, one of the things that your website talked about is that the God, if there is a God, must be outside of our own space and time universe. Why is that?
Well, if God were inside this space and time, then he would not be an adequate cause for the beginning of the universe. Now, the universe, the space, the time, the matter, and energy, something inside space, time, matter, and energy can't bring it into existence. So something has to transcend space, time, matter, and energy. And again, the Bible talks about a God that transcends space and time. And so science is pointing to there's a cause that transcends space and time. That's what one of the straightforward conclusions of Einstein's theory of general relativity and the measurements we've made of the universe.
Wow, well, it's very interesting. Jeff Zweerink, thank you so much for being here on A Spirited Debate.
Thanks for having me here today. Enjoyed the time.
And to learn more about this topic, you can check out reasonstobelieve.org. I'm Lauren Green, FoxNews.com. Thanks for watching.